is actually brown hair and brown eyes. Oh, I lied on my character sheet to Kevin. Yeah, Kale is apparently blonde and also brown haired. I need to tell him that. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Is he going to care that much?
I care. Kale the Spring
I saw him the other
Bjatsen.
day.
What's up?
I saw Kevin the other day, actually,
How's he doing?
and he was doing okay. And I mentioned Kale, and he's like, and I'm like, yeah, he basically just migrated his character from Petrie's game. He's like, oh, that's how he had so much character development. I just thought he was really eager.
Oh no. Killian is really eager. I actually didn't have a backstory for Kale in Peter's game, but I had the character concept, and so I migrated him. Kale was originally the alchemist, right? Who was mutagens, etc., etc. That was the character concept I had, but I never typed a backstory. I then typed the 15-page backstory specifically for the fifth edition campaign, but it overlaps with everything, so there's like no conflicting things between Pathfinder and 5e.
Why are those scale thorax hoplites so fast? Wait. I'm not doing this right.
Now let's see the most recent developments in this battlefield. It appears that Devon's units are slowly but surely approaching. The ones that have been routed are also slowly walking forwards into battle. The light missile units have begun to separate a bit. They seem to be retreating, perhaps preparing for the final battle as well. Although Thomas seems to have splintered them a slight bit as the spearmen begin to separate them into small groups. Hopefully this is not the downfall of Devon, and hopefully he's not pinned down. However, his legionnaires... Actually, I rescind that comment. All the missile units are actually still together, but the legionnaires themselves are actually about to meet out the fight. Actually, as they charge. Let's see the result of this battle.
The result should be death for the Eastern Spearmen. I have fresh armored legionnaires against one of the worst infantry units in the game.
The legionnaires have now confronted the spearmen, and although the spearmen are now beginning to wrap around the legionnaires, it appears that they are still not having a nice battle.
Come on, pour shots into those freaking hoplites.
Well, let's see what's happening on this side of the battlefield. The Scorpions are still firing away. I don't even know if they have ammo anymore. Well, the light missile infantry is actually firing down upon the scale thorax hoplites, which are still kicking. They're now down to half of their units, though. But they're being fired upon by the light missile units. However, one of Thomas's units has just broken a bit. They're actually wavering right now. They have 83 of their units, but they are not too happy about being attacked by 2 units of legionnaires. Even though the legionnaires may be distraught a bit and destroyed, they've lost some of their units, but they're still ready to go. However, it would appear that Thomas is also ready to flank them with Eastern Spearmen from the back as well. And from the side, will it be the end of Devon's units? Could Devon possibly survive having two separate units sandwich him together?
We're gonna find out.
One of Thomas's spearman units have in fact broken. They are now running from the battlefield. However, the two have actually now begun to sandwich Devon. While Thomas's thorax hoplites are now down to 52 out of 120. They've only lost 8 units. However, they have now also been confronted in melee combat by some slingers, while it would appear that some of the other units are also being rerouted. Devon's reinforcement units that have regrouped are actually now on their way back to the battlefield. If you look down at the bottom left hand of the screen, there is now the scales of power that have been shifted, still in Devon's favor. However, it's still anyone's game. However, it slowly but surely begins to be tilted into the direction of Devon. He actually just began to waver the units of the thorax hoplites. And if they break him, this pretty much will very well signal the end. It appears as though Devin may have won, but the battle is still not over yet.
I just got the battle is turning in our favor message.
If you keep it in the bottom left hand of the screen, you can actually see the balance of power has then shifted again. So now it appears that Devin has a 85 to 15% chance of winning.
Broken. Can you just freeze?
But it also appears that the game may or may not have froze. No, it's just slowed.
Okay, it's back.
It has just slowed down a little bit, but we are still golden, Pony Boy. I actually don't know where that saying is from, so it might have been offensive. I'm sorry.
It's not.
I think you're breaking the Scorpion guys that I sent.
You did. Thomas has also snuck in 8 little men from the Scorpion unit. The engineers have apparently decided to fight back as well.
They're not going to survive.
And now those Scorpion units are dead. That is why you do not send scientists to fight the war. That's why you have them make weapons. Although it appears that both 2 of Thomas's units have begun wavering. One of them is broken. Then there are 2 more left. Both of them are wavering. Let's see the outcome.
Hey Devin, the battle's about to end.
Oh, I think I just hit his break point.
Yep. I think my units are all starting to give up. This was a great run. That was a fun battle.
This was epic.
This was definitely a phenomenal battle. I'm glad that I could witness it myself, and I'm glad that if anyone's watching right now, although it did not appear to be, I definitely hope that you guys watch the replay, because this was actually a pretty phenomenal battle. The Scorpion units themselves, although they have not done anything, just watched the units, their army be broken, and now, as you can see on my screen, they have all turned and have now fled, abandoning their own machinery.
I'm saving that replay.
That was a phenomenal battle, and one that we could all appreciate. No one really knew how that was going to go. Thomas... Okay, let's see at the breakdown of the game. It would appear that Thomas had deployed 948 people. He had lost 653, but he had killed 1,156. Devin deployed 1,800, almost twice what Thomas had deployed. He lost 1,200 of his units, almost double what Thomas lost, and he only killed 624. So it would definitely appear that
Still have an army left.
the truth is, war does not determine who is right. It determines who is left.
And also
Yep.
determines who's pyretic at the end of the day. And I think that's the Roman
Those
army.
2 veteran legionnaires that survived, like 84, 99 kills. Very nice for them.
And we also examine.
Archers that has 89 kills.
We can also see that those elephants did in fact wreak havoc. They had 342 kills. They decimated at least 2 or 3 units worth.
Oh yeah, they were worth their money.
They were absolutely worth their money. And had Thomas not brutally and ruthlessly killed them, euthanized them, and enraged PETA in the process, I feel as though they could have done a lot more if they had not gone enraged.
If they hadn't gone out of control. Yeah.
However, the Scorpions were in fact worth the money. One of them got 113 kills and did not sustain 1 single casualty, and the other one had 80 kills and also did not sustain a single casualty. Perhaps if Thomas invested in a bit more artillery or just a little, or maybe a bit more cavalry to be a bit more mobile, he would have survived. But actually, now that at first glance, after you're looking at it though, Thomas didn't have any ranged units. He had spearmen,
No,
2 calves,
artillery.
and artillery.
That was hilarious, because Devin, you even, like, in the game...
That's why I was really concerned about his cav.
You were... No, I remember, like, halfway through the game, you were still like, I'm just waiting for those Grecian archers, and I was like, yes! I've developed...
Thomas had actually pulled.
The official battle duration of that was 15 minutes and 42 seconds.
However, in
We've definitely been playing for closer to an hour.
I was about to say, however, it's been 30 to 45 minutes.
Let's see, what time is it?
I lied. It's actually been about an hour 15. However, it is almost time to also close the stream. So, what I could definitely say is that this was a really impressive game.
Devin,
One last shout out. Cubs just won, so Game 7. It is coming. Mark it on your calendars, people.
Game number 7. We hope to be here next week, same time, from 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. Or 12 a.m. I should say. We're not playing for an entire day. That would be brutal.
That would be
10.
an interesting challenge one day.
However, a shout out is a definitely shout out to Thomas and Devin, who both continually make it, as well as shout out to me as well, because I'm the one who hosts, and Thomas uses my apartment and takes my food. You have to leave here soon enough, Thomas, or at least compromise with me. Shower. You can't. As he shakes his head no in defiance.
Oh god, you guys have an interesting relationship. Oh, I do want to throw out one other little note about that battle. So I took the Caesar general, right, for Rome. He has 2 one-time use abilities, Loyalty of the 10th and Presence. And essentially all the units around him at that point are borderline unbreakable. So that's why my cavalry survived as long as they did on that flank.
Bullshit. Good use of the no.
Hey, it's somewhere I still have the replay of the Slayer King single-handedly destroying Petrie's army in Total Warhammer. So, just saying. I might try to find that actually and show it to you guys sometime.
Alright, well, hey, I think
Alright.
we'll call it a night with this.
I definitely think that sounds good. Next week we may do Total War. However, also chime in because we also may be playing a different game. We might be playing a game that may enlighten a little more of our nerdy hearts. A game that's based on characters from the Warhammer universe. Blood Bowl, the football of champions. But besides that, though, have a great night, you guys. And I'm glad that you could watch this. Remember, this is for Extra Life IU.
Hey, thanks for coming out.
Absolutely. Have a great night, you guys.